Hello everyone, welcome back to Bear Creek Outdoors. This video is not going to be very long. It's basically just an update for my channel because I haven't been on here for a long time. And it's not because I was tired of doing YouTube stuff or anything like that. I just quite simply could not. So I got a strike on my channel for a video that I posted months and months and months and months and months and months ago about child trafficking and stuff like that. And what I have to say on here is my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and say, and my opinion on child trafficking. But YouTube does not believe that child trafficking exists, which again is my opinion. And even if it did exist, YouTube does not care about the safety of children and stuff like that. So of course, as soon as that new movie came out, The Sound of Freedom, which is that movie with, goodness gracious, Jim Caviezel. Great actor. He also plays Jesus in Passion of the Christ. He's in other movies also. Great Christian guy who, if you're watching this channel, me and you probably share morals and beliefs and lots of other things. So you and this guy would probably get along also. So he made a movie about his opinion on child sex trafficking and what that entails, based on a true story with a guy, I forget what his name is, and what he did to save these children. And right when that came out, all of a sudden YouTube decided to pay attention to my video, which I got a strike, and it was supposed to only, make me not be able to use my YouTube and post videos for a little, like a week or two or something like that. Ended up being months and months and months, just like last time. They do this to me every time because apparently the Constitution doesn't affect what they do. Even though our First Amendment protects our freedom of speech, not just privately, but publicly. And in my opinion, YouTube is a public platform because anybody can get on it unless you disagree with the people who are trying to protect people who are too old to be viewing little children in a sexual manner. So YouTube, like I said, they kicked me off and now I'm back. But I'm going to try to keep my opinions to myself with that stuff. That way I can keep my channel, because I do want to spread that stuff, for people to understand that this stuff is real. But at the same time, I'm barely getting any views anymore because YouTube has censored me so bad that even videos that I make on stuff that I used to get tons of views on, I'm getting barely 30 views when I was getting like 6,000 views. So I'm going to try to stay away from that so I can still have fun with YouTube, still post stuff like hunting and fishing and things like that. Because other than that, I believe that YouTube will just continue to censor me even worse, and eventually nobody will be watching at all. So also recently I did finally get my last big news on my Navy enlistment. If y'all have been following that, I got permanently disqualified because of old charges in the state of Louisiana, even though I wasn't convicted of them. Just the fact that I was charged with them in the first place bars me from joining the Navy up and as far as I know at this point. My recruiter did a whole bunch with me to make sure that I got in, and she was great. I appreciate everything she did, but at this point she can't waste, basically said that she can't waste more time. But she did give it her best shot, and I appreciate that. I guess if there is a draft or something anytime soon, even though I'm too old to be drafted, maybe I could still volunteer. And if you need people bad enough, because Gen Zers would rather go to jail than serve their country, maybe I'll have a chance of getting in then. But just so y'all know, I absolutely love my country with all my heart, and I would do anything to do my part in saving it. At this point, I just don't know what to do anymore because, like I said, I've been censored on here. I thought that I was gonna have a good thing going with getting into the Navy, and that way I could do my part that way, because I want to know that I've given back to a country that has given everything to me, the same country that my grandparents fought for, the same country that their grandparents have fought for, and the same country that we're losing now. I want to make sure that I do everything I possibly can to ensure that all of us Americans get to keep something that God helped to make. I honestly believe with all my heart that the Constitution was 100% God inspired. And I believe that we should do everything that we can to fight for it because it is that important. It really is. So at this point, my biggest update would be to tell you that I don't really know where this channel is going. I don't have the time really to make super big hunting videos like I originally wanted to do, at least until my 1-year-old is older. But I can continue to do reviews whenever I have money to buy something new, whether it be a new type of cartridge for hunting and the accuracy and my initial thoughts on it, or a new gun or new broadheads, which I just put a video out there. I did not use them yet. I killed 2 deer with 2 4-blade traditional fixed broadheads, kind of. But I intend to use these broadheads soon, especially now that I only have a doe tag to fill, and just to see how they do. And a big blood trail is everything with deer hunting. That way, you not only can kill the deer with a great broadhead, but that you find it as fast as possible and the deer dies as easily and as ethically as possible also. Because I definitely don't believe in any of these animals having to suffer. And I believe also that there's no better way for a white-tailed deer or any animal to die than by a hunter's arrow or a hunter's bullet. Because if you know anything about the wild, the way that a deer dies of natural causes is probably being eaten alive from the back end up by coyotes because they get too slow, because they get arthritis and they get eaten alive. And a lot of these liberals don't pay any attention to that. They don't care. They just want to go along with the narrative and take people's guns and all this stuff. And that's the type of stuff that I'm here to fight against. I just need, I guess, a better way to do it. I thought about going to Rumble, but I don't know. But anyways, I actually have tried that. I do have a Rumble, but I had a really hard time getting videos to post to that or to upload or whatever. So right now, I'm in the process of trying some new stuff to make some money and possibly a new business for myself. And if that works, I will just be exclusively working for myself and no longer be employed by anybody else. At the moment, I am a welder, and I love welding. I thought about doing that for myself, and that is something that I potentially might do. Also, I had some other self-employment ideas also. So anyways, those of you who are still subscribed to me, I appreciate it so much. And that a lot of you that have asked me about the videos that I have made and just basically following up with me just to see how my Navy enlistment went. I'm sorry it's such bad news, but you guys, you have no idea how much I appreciate y'all's support. Like I said, I'm super sorry that it didn't work out for me, but it can work out for you. There's still a chance if you're watching this video right now wanting to know how that stuff went because you're wanting information and insight on your Navy enlistment or your military enlistment in general, whether it become to your MEPS experience or, whatever. Always feel free to ask questions to me about that stuff, or, I don't mind answering them because I just recently went through MEPS and it was not as bad as I thought that it would be. They definitely want to get you in, so they work with you. Whether it be you get in and the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to wait to get your blood pressure taken. If it's a little bit high, they send you to go and do all the rest of your stuff, and then come back later, and they'll try to get it, lower for you. A lot of people go in there super nervous, and that stuff that they deal with. Mine was super super high when I went in there. It was like I want to say 170 something over 100 and something, and I was just super nervous, So they took my blood pressure, and then once my heart rate, I realized my heart rate was lower. My blood pressure was I think it was, hold on a minute, I want to say 138 over 87. And if my heart rate would have went down a little bit more, it would have went down even more. I also found out while I was in there that a lot of the times when you get your blood pressure taken at a doctor's office, they have you take your blood pressure with your arm by your side and relaxed on the arm of the chair or whatever. But that means that gravity is pulling the blood down into your arm and that your blood pressure reads higher that way. So that way the doctors are more likely to be able to write you a prescription for poisonous Western pharmaceutical blood pressure medicine, when really they should be checking your blood pressure with your arm extended out to the side and resting on something at that would be about shoulder height, or maybe even just a little bit lower, but definitely not down with your arm pressed up against your ribs and resting on the arm of a chair. And they straight up told me that at MEPS. They said, hey, this is why we do that. This is the best way to check your blood pressure, to get an accurate reading. The way that they do it in a doctor's office is to promote or to drastically elevate the chances of your blood pressure being a bit higher. That way that they can write you a prescription for meds. Pfizer and other pharmaceutical companies pay them to do that. It is sick, but that's what happens. So anyways, if that's something that you're afraid of going there, they definitely, work with you on the blood pressure thing. I was really nervous about it, but it definitely did not turn out the way that I thought it would. The doctor that you will see at MEPS will try to scare you into lying or scare you into telling them more about yourself than what is necessary, and they act like they know every single thing when the obvious, the truth of that is they don't. They try to get you to say stuff. Even if you've never been to a doctor in your life for anything, they act like you're lying about everything. But as soon as, within about 5 minutes, they change their attitude really quickly to, trying to just get information from you to go ahead and go through with your enlistment. That's what they get paid to do. Don't get butthurt over it. That's just how it is. So anyways, if you have questions about that stuff, please reach out to me and ask me. I would go into the Army. A lot of people have been saying, hey, we'll just try different branches of the military. I would, and they probably would. They would probably work with my past charges in the Army, but they will not work with my tattoos. I have a neck tattoo and hand tattoos and there's some there. Both of my hands are tattooed, and the Army only allows one ring finger tattoo. I'm not if that includes one on each hand or one altogether. And they definitely don't allow the neck tattoo, so that's a no-go with the Army for me. I'm pretty much stuck right now as far as enlisting into the military, even though I want to really badly. I just can't do it. I'm 34 years old now. I do believe physically that I would do great, but unfortunately, their policy does not allow me to enlist. So it is what it is. So anyways, like I said, I appreciate all y'all that are subscribers, all y'all that watch, all you that keep me in your prayers and support me. I really do appreciate all that. And I look forward to more content on the channel coming soon, more related to the outdoors and such. Anyways, Jesus loves you. I love you. And I will see you next time.